I'm feeling very proud of myself. I have set my camera up to landscape, so perfect for YouTube. So I'm going to film a few YouTube videos. First one is Sephora. Went to Sephora, did a haul. There's one video on my Instagram and there's 2 videos on my Instagram. And this is going to be a bit of a slower talk through of some of the bits I've got. There will be more to come because I had a good shop. Sephora is now in the UK, which is very, very exciting. I love the fact that we can touch and feel the products, so you know exactly what you want and your colours and your tones. Let's get started straight away. Now, I really like the Danessa Myrick products. I like her Instagram. I love the products and the idea of them, but I really wanted to try them first. I used the oil in a video I've already done on Instagram, so today I am going to use this Yummy Skin Balm. I'm not a fan of balms normally, but this one feels like it would be a really nice texture. It comes with a little scoop, so no nails necessary. I'm just going to scoop some off and pop that over my skin. And this is to blur out pores, even the texture. Oh, this feels nicer. I don't normally like these at all, but this one feels really lovely. I hate that they're normally quite tacky. No tackiness. Makes me happy. As I've got older, I have noticed the texture of my skin slightly different around this area here. So this is great for it. I just have more pores than I used to have. What do you think? My skin just a little bit better. I will pop that back into its little case, otherwise I will lose it, which is quite satisfying, isn't it? Oh, can I get it to go in there? Do I have to push it in? No, it's in. Now, I took advantage that they had Tarte makeup in there and I actually got 4 of the concealers, which is totally over excessive, but I got one for a slightly more summer tone, I got one for now, and then I got a creamy one because it pulled me in because it said ultra creamy and I was like, oh, maybe it's different, I need it. And then I got an under eye one, which I've been using non-stop. This one is more for summer. I have put a bit of tan on, so I'm going to use 2 of them together just to kind of colour up to my tan. So this is a Shape Tape concealer. I'm going to pop that on first. This is in the colour Medium Tan Neutral. So you can see where my tan is, that I'm a little bit more colour on than I would normally be. Then I'm going to take the other Shape Tapes. This isn't the creamy one. This is in 22B Light Beige. And I'm going to take that on the areas where I want to lift forward and project forward. And then I'm going to blend the 2 together anyway. And I've got Mario stuff to use, you know, I've got loads here. So I'm going to take that. I'm not going to use tons of everything because I'm not that person that puts, she says, that puts like 15 layers of foundation on, which I keep seeing. That's just not my bag. Also, I'm 42. I can't wear that much, she says. Next up, this Milk Hydra Skin Grip and Refresh Spray, and I'm going to use that first. I'm going to mist my skin over with it. I'm going to take a sponge and mist some on there, and this is going to help my foundation just to blend a little bit. And I think that's why I'm loving this concealer so much, because it just helps it to blend really nicely. I just love the finish of it. Look at that, it's so nice. Oh man, I thought if I got a black headband it wouldn't show as much makeup, but it is. At least it will wash out better. I also picked up a couple of Mario products. This one is SoftSculpt, which is a skin enhancer. So more of a bronzer, a slightly warmer finish. And then I got a sculpting product as well. So let's start with the sculptor. This is in medium. And obviously a contour is for any areas you want to sink in and create shape. So we're going to pop that here. About down the eye to about here, and that's as far as you want to go. So if you can start there if you want. Make sure, if you're unsure, which I think most people know now, you're just going to roll your brush up until you feel the bone, and that's where it's going to go. Where you feel that bone is where it will go. Normally in line with the middle of your ear. You're just going to take that down there, and that would be where your contour would go. If you want to contour your jaw, you can pop some under there. I need to nowadays. Contour can be aging, so if you're someone that's quite petite and quite thin anyway, you may not want this. I have a little bit of extra fullness so I can get away with it. I'm going to take this Tarte brush and just buff that in. Back and forth until it just disappears. You can do little buffing motions if you prefer. It blends nicely, this product, so it disappears almost seamlessly. I'm going to go in with a little bit more just on the brush. And if you want to contour your nose, you can. I don't need to. My nose actually looks weird if I contour it because I have a little bit of a weird bridge here. It just looks weird. Then I've got the ByMario SoftSculpt. This is in light medium. And this I'm going to use opposite, just on top, to almost round the cheeks off, but with a nice, slightly warmer glow. I'm going to take that anywhere the sun would hit my face, so a little bit through my brow bone. These are so subtle, that's why I really like them. Cross my nose with that, as in, I've just been kissed by the sun. I also got these Milk Minis, and this one's a gorgeous contour as well. It's in the colour Stoked, so I need to use that as well. But I fancied using the ByMario one today, but this one is gorgeous. And then I've got a Milk Blush, which I'm going to pop on the top of the cheeks. This is in the colour Dash. And this is Lip and Cheek. I'm going to put a bit on my lip while we wait. It's quite moisturising. Next up, brows. I have got REFY brow. This one is a pomade and this one is a tint. I'm going to use the pomade, which I haven't used yet, and then I'm going to put the tint over the top. In one end, it's got like a little, almost like a liner, you know, like formulation. And on the other side, it has your brush. Let's try it. So this gets dipped into here. Pop some on my hand so I can see the kind of texture of it and the pressure. And then you just use it to brush over, to shape the brows as you wish. It's a nice colour. I want to just take a spoolie just to rub it through because I think it's going to look even better when it's rubbed through. I would definitely advise wiping on your hand first, otherwise I think it's just going to have too much pay down or lay down. But then you might be someone who wants a lot of lay down. A little brush through. Then I'm going to take the tint. I love this. I actually wish that you could get this as an actual tint for dyeing your brows because it's so brilliant. It grabs every single individual hair, and because of the shape of the wand, it doesn't mark your actual brows. It just colours the hairs. The liquid is thick enough but thin enough, and it also sets. So for me, I think this is a brilliant product. I'm in the process of having my microblading removed from my brows, and I'm trying to grab onto every single brow, so this is great. I then got this Ilia liquid powder matte tint, and it's in a lilac tone. I'm just going to wash that over my lids. And then I'm going to take a brush and just soften that. I have a feeling it's not going to have too much colour to it. It actually has a lot more payoff than I expected. It's really pretty. I also got this Natasha Denona high pigment pencil in Burgundy. I always love her pigment payoff on her products, and I'm going to take a tiny bit of this just to wing out. I don't actually want to change this eye much because I love this product on its own, but I want to use this liner, so I'm just going to wing out just a touch. This does not need to be done tidily. It's just to give a little lift in the corner. Right, eyes are so different. This side I have to turn up, so such a different kind of angle I have to go in on this eye. I'm going to take that in my top waterline as well while I'm there. Take a little brush just to pull that end, which will just make that a little bit pointier. Really soft, little point. And this eye that never wants to play ball, I'm going to take on an angle brush a little bit of the eyeliner. Get my sharper point that way. Then in with my Shape Tape Glow Wand, this is in the colour Sunbeam. I just want to pop that under there to lift my under eyes a touch. I'm going to use a brush to push this down. Because my under eyes are the bane of my life, I'm going to take a little bit of the Mario Glow. I'm just going to run that over there just to warm it up so it's not too light, and it will just take a little bit of that darkness away. I don't like when they're too glow in the dark under my eyes. I feel like it always just draws attention to my under eyes. Sephora mascara in Size Up. Proper brush mascara. I feel like this makeup was quite 60s. Jeezy. That is a lot of lashes. As the makeup looks so kind of 60s-esque, I feel like I need to put it on the bottom lashes but make them very clumpy. See next door doing the gardening. So I want it quite clumpy as I'm going quite 60s now. So I've changed the way I'm using my brush. I'm pulling it down so they're not separated, so they're a bit more full. I'm going to take a little bit of this Tarte Fake Away and just clean that line up under there. Could blend it out, but I don't think I will. Maybe I will, what do you think? Maybe I'll just blend the underneath a little bit. I love this little sponge. It's not even a sponge, it's like a little bit of rubber that just kind of takes it away. I have a Tarte lipstick and I have a Mario lipstick. I think I'm going to go the Mario one because I used this in another video. So I'm going to use Mario lipstick. It's very subtle. This is Bare Glow. Oh, it's very shiny. Let's spritz it all into place with my milk grip. And there you have it. If I kept you to the end, thank you so much for joining me. This is all products available in Sephora London. Hope you found something new that you may love, and I hope it's helped.